Hey, g'day. This old girl has just clocked up 2,000 hours and is due for a service. So we're going to do that today. What we're going to be working on is we're going to put an impeller in it. We're going to replace the sacrificial anodes, internal ones, spark plugs, leg oil, motor oil, engine oil, filter. Yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, first thing we're going to do is, while the leg's still on, we're going to drain the leg oil, gearbox oil. And the idea is, just need a large flathead screwdriver. You undo the bottom bung. That aside. Gee, that still looks really clean. That's amazing. Cool. And then we'll undo the top one. Oh, that's a bit stiffer. And that should start to flow out a bit better now. It's a bit windy, so hopefully we don't get oil and crap blowing everywhere. You can inspect your bottom little bung plug's got a magnet on it, so if there's anything bad going on, the filings will be on there, and that's all clean. That's good. So we're going to let that drain for a while, just no rush. But maybe while that's happening we can start on some of the stuff up top. Alright. Okay, so sacrificial anodes. There's one in there, and I think there's one under here. We'll have to have a look. It's been a while since I've done those, so it's probably a good thing that I'm doing them. So that's just a 12 mil. Sometimes these are a bit tricky to get out, but we'll see how we go. Rightio. Gonna move this out of the way so I can get a bit of access. Come on, buddy. Alright, that's nicely wedged. What am I going to need? Wow. Don't remember that being that hard to get out. Must be a bit of corrosion in there. Alright, next. There we go. A little bit of a soft head hammer. It's got it moving at least. Once it's to there, be able to just get a little bit of a leverage. There it comes. Alright, so there you go. That's an example of how they actually work, and it's just basically just it's rusting. It's the sacrificial bit, so it's coated in salt, as you can see. Really heavy. And the suggested kind of wear for these is if they're like 1/3 of them's gone, then you should replace them. So here we go. I'll show you what one looks like. That's a new one. That's the old one. So we'll pull that out of there. It's probably going to be a little bit tricky to get off, and put new ones on. Come on, baby. Getting that out of there is another story. We might just get all of them out and then we'll just work on getting the actual anode out of the housing all at the same time. I think there's 3 of them. What are you doing, bro? There'll be another one under this cover. We've got to get this off to do the spark plugs anyway.
Okay, we've rattle guns to pull these up, isn't we? Fuel filter looks a bit gungy.
Alright, cover off. And we've got 2 more in there. One there, and one there. And these are probably going to be trickier.
Okay, on up. Oh, feels loose.
Probably can't see in there very well, but you get the picture. All right. Hopefully, I'll be able to lever that against the side of the wall and just get it wriggling. Oops. Oh, it's going to be easier, isn't it? This one's going to pop straight out. If you can see that.
There we go.
That one, barely worn, but we'll either clean it up or replace it. Not bad. We might just swap them out and keep these half worn out ones for spares. That one's the cactus one though, isn't it? It's like, she's really rough. Right, to the shed. I'm going to pull these off while I'm working on it because these are easy to break. I've got a couple of spares but not 3. Oh, come on buddy. I'll see, that's a replacer. She's already pinched. I'll be back. I'm going to go and butcher these out.
Go with this. Beautiful. It's definitely the method.
Very nice, very salty. The old twist might be the better way. Maggie, hello. That's much easier. Good riddance. Make a little bit of clean that up. Hello, puppy. Look out, Papa. Clean these up with a bit of fine emery. We're back in business. All right, that was a bit frustrating, but we got there. So I'll give these a bit of a tidy up. Quite a difference, huh? Well, they're doing their job. Okay. They're good to go back together. There's a big lump of salt in there, but it'll just kind of get flushed out. Hopefully. Oh, I wonder how I can suck that out. If I can suck it out with a vacuum. Oh yeah, come on. In you slip. Beautiful. That's just snogging down that seal now. You don't have to like lean on this too hard. Just got to be firm. That's plenty. That won't leak. Now these other two guys. Alright, I'll try this way. Try my special locating tool 5000 on hand. Tricky. You don't want to pinch the rubber. There we go.
Look at that. Nice and easy. Beautiful.
It's a long bolt. Here we go. Click. Perfect. We'll wire under this cover. We'll do some plugs.
Let's go. Yep. Okay, really.
There we go. Oh, yeah, she looks about alright. Make sure we got this dealing with the same beast. And we're good. Gap looks good. Alright. We'll tension her up to 115 foot-pounds. Tick.
Number two. Click.
Click. Spark plug's done.
Another one. Good.
Leg oil is pretty well stopped draining, so we can top it back up. You can buy these pumps from BCF for a couple of bucks. It's got a bit of shit in it. Need a rag. Here's one I prepared earlier. That's garbage. All right. So this isn't too... Okay. Go in through the bum. Doesn't want to spin, does it? Wow, that's tricky. Bloody annoying. God, bloody annoying. Oops, off she goes. Alright, that's good. Alright. So we're just gonna pump her up until she comes out the top. Try and get it a bit more out there. Uh-oh. Sit there for a sec. Back up. Same oil, different container. Doesn't fit. Wow. That's annoying. Wow. What's the capacity? I don't even know. I thought it was like 600 mil, but I'm definitely wrong. Here it comes. Ooh, that's it. That's good for me. Oh, yes. And in she goes. That's the leg oil done. Now get the leg off. Yeah, so to remove the leg, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, plus you've got another one up in here. And you have to remove that cavitation plate, whatever it's called, from the top. Take that little rubber cover off. And you need an extension. And I'm saying it's 12. I think it's 12 mil. We'll give that a crack, shall we? Yes. Okay. See, that loosens that off. Boom. Leave that bolt in there. Look at that. She's nearly gone. Probably should have bought one of those. One.
And these guys, I'm going to get a sucker on them. That's tighten it. Do it.
And that should be ready to just drop out. Just like so. Oops, forgot one thing. Damn it. Forgot to disconnect that puppy. Better. Come on. All right. Down she goes. I'm just going to lay that there for now. Whew. Right, that's off. But we're going to work on that yet. Now that we've got that off, alright, so we're going to drain the engine oil into this bucket. That'll do me. 14? Oh, that was tight. Oh, black. No ugliness on the bottom of the sump plug, that's good. That's going to take a little while to drain. We want to get as much of that as we can, but in the meantime we can snavel the filter off. It's going to be slightly different filter, but it still has the same flow capacity. Slightly different in depth, but still has the flow capacity. So I'm told. So just get a bit of the fresh oil or the old oil, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do that like hand tight. Heaps. Alright, let that drip away, and while that's finishing up we'll do the impeller. 12mm. Good. O-ring's still good. There we go. Rightio.
Wow, it's getting dry. Gosh, it would have been way easier with that, wouldn't it? Come on, baby. Seriously.
Okay. Off you come. Go. You can do it. Alright. Housing off. Check her out, she's all good. Impeller. Sometimes you've got to give them a little bit of encouragement to get them going. Without scratching your shaft, of course, or wrecking your gasket. Cover it with a rag. Alright, as you can see, it's still in pretty good shape, still looking okay, but you know, it's actually hardly worn at all, it's just bent over a bit, but we're putting a new one in. And just for like comparison, new one just looks straighter. And this can only go on one way. You haven't got a slot up the top for the keyway, but you've got one down there. And it's all that simple. You'll probably look at where your keyway is and line it up from the start so you don't have to try and spin it. Come on, baby. All right. How's she looking? Bit of a spin that way. As long as that's lined up, it should just go. Keyway not lined up. There it goes. Push that down. Oh, is that gasket alright? Lucky. It's just pulled that off a bit, but it's not ripped or anything, so just dodged a bullet there. Oh, looks good. And so, when you're looking at this, there's the top. You can see that they've been bent back that way. So when the housing goes back on, the fins need to be bending back that way. So to make that happen, all you got to do is get a rag and grab the shaft and start spinning it clockwise, yeah? While pushing down on it. Oh man. Until it's properly seated. You've got a little pin there to make it straight. Beautiful. Yep. And then they can all just go straight back on.
Short ones and long ones. Sitting there properly. Just kind of loose. Right. Again, don't have to be tight, real tight. Just snug them up a bit.
Click. Cool. This oil's mostly dripped out, and I want to kind of put the bung back in, so I'm just gonna go with that. You know, it's coming out, but it's really slow now. I don't think it's really going to make a difference, but yeah. So have a look at the, clean him up a bit. $40 mil. There she goes. And just firm. This is ready to go back in, but there is one important thing to remember. You need to grease your main shaft and your spline. Needs to be greased down here. This is where it's running on your lower engine seal, and you need to grease it up all over the spline and all over that. And you need to use the appropriate stuff, which is this stuff. And you buy this once in your lifetime from your Yamaha dealer, and I doubt you'd ever go through the lot. But it's just, you know, it's designed for this. It's the correct grease, and I'll go with that because you don't want to be blowing out your lower engine seals or anything like that. So a pretty, like, you know, pretty generous amount. And if that's not greased, one symptom of that is you start getting this whining when you're kind of running pretty quick, and that's not good. That's just not good, is it? You don't want any whining. It's not the right wine. I like red wine. Well, I've been doing my services for as long as I've had this engine, and I haven't had to have a lower engine seal replaced yet, so I think they did do it when I had some work done just because of the... No, they didn't actually. They didn't. No, it hasn't ever been replaced and it's never leaked. But I just go pretty hard on this shit, eh? Load her up. I think you can, like, don't think you can have too much. Doesn't need to be on there though. Oh, on your gearbox too. Gearbox spline. That O-ring's looking a bit sad, but I couldn't get one today, so that'll be next service. So, I'm gonna see how I go on my own getting this back lined up again, but I may need some help. Just to get that hose through is a bit of a prick. Can be a bit of a prick, and that's just your speedo. It's not really important, but you might as well do it properly. Try and do it properly, eh? Alright, so let the shit fight begin. That hose has just got to come out there. It's not that hard. Get it lined up as good as you can. Missed. Alright, that's out. That's great. That's what we wanted. Now just gotta get it. Oh yeah, liking it so far. Come on, baby. Oh, there it is. Just gotta get that gearbox lined up and it should just go, and then you can just get a bolt in, get it started. That was fairly painless, as long as I've got a 14 mil close by. Come on, man. Get in there. Got the shakes. Come on, buddy. Should have put the back one on, but anyway. Oh, it's fucking tiring holding it up with one hand. Whoops. Oh, come on, prick, get in. That's it. There she goes. She's lining up like a little legend. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep some weight, take the weight off it, and just get the back one in. Oh, come on. This is probably the awkwardest part of the whole thing. You probably can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm so glad I can let this go a bit. I think it's hanging in there. Oh, painful. That's the shit bit. Get these guys in. This guy. Good. Right, so while we're there, it's right in front of us, we'll get our cavitation plate and bolt for it. Oh, that's in there still. What did we say that was? 12 mil? It goes back on. I have that a little bit that way. Little cap back on. Beautiful. Next, we're going to top her up with oil. 4 litres. 1 4-litre tub does it. Make sure yes, bungs in, drain plugs in, and oil filters in. Cap back on. Come on, baby. And have a check. Beautiful. Beautiful, crisp, clean oil. So that's it. We're done. What we need to do now is just give her a run. Make sure there's no water or anything leaking anywhere. Alright, we've got a hose on. Just have a quick run around and make sure I haven't forgotten anything. She looks good to go. Okay, so that's done. That would have taken about 2 hours, apart from, you know, collecting the stuff, getting the parts. Probably saved about 350 bucks. And this engine's going to be for sale pretty shortly. But yeah, if you learned something, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Heaps more how-to videos coming up, and see you in the next one.